How about the last presentation? What a great movie, wasn't it? So let's move on the most important topic, cultural and individual differences. The following scenes, which were secretly recorded, seeks to demonstrate the way cultural and individual differences can affect business interaction. In both scenes, two businesswomen are confronted with an issue they must solve together, which is a layoff of 10 employees.
It includes the productivity level, family status, length of employment, and department.
That's nice, but really the only necessary data is the productivity. This will be done in 10 minutes.
But the computer can't account for sick days or family emergencies when computing productivity, so that doesn't really seem fair.
But if they're not productive, Miss Pillsbury. So let's begin with Mr. Johnson. He is dead last at the list. He's really holding the company back, and frankly, it would be a relief to be rid of him.
But Mr. Johnson has been here for so long. His wife works in accounting, and I love his sweater vests.
Are you suggesting we get rid of his wife as well? Brilliant. I love it.
No.
So next, Jane White.
Jane White, she was on maternity leave for 3 months. She just got back.
Well, clearly her priorities aren't in order.
Well, isn't having children the most beautiful and natural thing a woman can do? Actually, I think she had twins. What a blessing.
Twins? That's twice the work and effort she won't be putting into this company. She's got to go.
Lord help her.
And now Mr. Wilbur, 55? How is he even walking around this place? That's ancient. Miss Pillsbury, you have to agree with me here.
No, Miss Ratchet. How can you possibly say that? With age comes priceless experience and wisdom, and he has the most adorable chuckle, and his cat's name is Garfield.
Okay, Miss Pillsbury, let's move on. But before we do, can I just ask you to stop making this so personal?
Can I ask you to stop being so heartless?
Next, Mr. George Mason III, productivity 5% against an average of 42. No, he has got to go.
Miss Ratchet, George Mason is our CEO. He founded and began this company. He hired you and me. He shouldn't even be on this list. I'm sorry, that was my mistake.
I'm glad you put him on here. I'm glad you brought this up. This is a serious problem, and didn't I ask you to stop being so personal?
This is different, Miss Ratchet.
You're being ridiculous and unprofessional, Miss Pillsbury. I can't work like this.
No, you are not even looking at the whole picture. You're trying to fire a CEO and top it off, your personality is absolutely atrocious. You can't send the final draft through without my approval anyway.
Well, I'm going to go have a scotch on the rocks. I'll be back in 30 minutes, and try not to be so pathetic when I get back.
In this presentation, we saw how two people from the same culture don't agree in the same subject. Even though they are from the same country and the same culture, they don't have the same individual ideas, which make it impossible for them to work together. Now you see how people from different culture and countries deal with the same situation. As we saw before, let's see how does it work.
Miss Lin, these days we suffered from our financial problems. We need to fire 10 people. Oh, what do you think? At first, I would consider firing the oldest people who are useless now. Here is the list, but have a look at it and tell me about your opinion.
Why there are so many old people on the list? Well, Miss Kim is the oldest, but he is almost the experienced. He almost contributes his whole life to our company. You need to think of this. If we fire him, others would think that we don't show our respect to our elders, and we would lose their loyalty to us.
Really, I also agree with your opinion that you respect the old is an important thing, but you should overcome our financial problem at first. You know what our situation is. We need to change our way of management. The old way of management is not helping us to solve the problem. This could get worse. That's why I'm saying to you that we need to cut them out.
I know, but you see the list. Most of the people contributed to establishing our company, and it's ruthless to cut them out. How could they find jobs, since every company is doing the same thing now? Think about what about other options, like those who are new to the company and don't show their value yet. Think about them.
Okay then, I can change some of the people on the list. See you in a few minutes.
See you.
Now, after both presentations, we saw how different points of view are. And it doesn't matter if you are from different culture. They were being recorded. Let's see what I have to say. Hello, Miss Rashid and Miss Tilbury. You may not know, but your meeting was being recorded for educational purpose. Can you explain your behavior, or do you have any comments about it?
I agree with everything I said in the meeting. Business is business. If you're not productive, you should be fired. And what I said about George Mason was a joke.
Well, I believe that we weren't able to see eye to eye in the process, because I believe that when you're laying people off, it should be taken painstakingly slow, since you are making decisions that affect people's lives forever.
Interesting comments. And now, let's see what the employees of Solidly have to say. Hello,
Hi.
Miss Kang and Miss Ning.
Hello.
So, do you have any comments about your meeting?
Well, sometimes we disagree each other because of cultural differences. But finally, we'll get a fine conclusion.
Well, actually it happens every day, but every time we will have a compromise. Great.
Okay, so that's for all. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed, and see you next time. Same place, same hour.